Hi guys, welcome to another little mindfulness practice. This one's quite a famous practice called Leaves on a Stream. And we're also going to kind of pay some attention to sounds to get to the end of the practice too. We're going to start off as usual, just going to sit nice and comfortable in your chair. Let your back take your weight, get your bottom kind of wriggle to the back of the chair too. And we're going to just dive in. We're just trying to kind of pay some attention to your breathing. Let your breath just kind of settle into your body and let your breath breathe itself. And we're just going to look for a little focus where we can notice our breath more than anywhere else, a little point of focus. Just simply allowing your experience to be your experience without trying to change it. Just paying attention to the physical sensations when the breath enters the body on the in-breath and leaves the body on the out-breath. Just keeping that focus on your breathing now. And as we know, sooner or later, your mind's going to wander away and get distracted. Maybe it's going to lose that focus. And you might be daydreaming or thoughts wandering. Or you might be feeling a little bit anxious. Either way, just trying to bring your focus away from your thoughts, or just acknowledging what's happening in your mind. But then just simply trying to get your focus to settle back onto your breath again. Okay, that's great. And while we're there, we can allow our focus to just move around the breath. Just maybe noticing some of the sensations that we can feel physically. Doing a quick body scan. Noticing how it feels to be sitting in the chair. Paying attention to the little points of pressure where the body's touching the back or the bottom of the chair. Feeling your feet resting on the ground. Those points of pressure. Just maybe noticing if there's any particular tense parts of your body or uncomfortable parts of your body, just allowing that to be there. Breathing into those areas of discomfort. So as we settle, what I'd like you to do is just maybe bring some attention to your sense of hearing. So allow your ears to open and take in as much information as you can through your ears. Starting off close and small and nearby. Maybe listening to the sound of your breath. You might be able to tune in to the sound of your pulse in your ears. And then just slowly letting your sense of hearing expand. Taking in sounds in the room. And then moving out again. Can you hear any other sounds outside of your room? And what about out in the street or in the garden? Might be some noise of traffic. Might be other people in the garden mowing the grass. Birds singing. Leaves rustling. What I don't want you to do is try to strain too hard to identify the sounds, or try to work out what's making the sounds, or straining to hear more. Just relax into it and allow sounds to come to you. Just concentrate on things like the pitch, the duration, the volume, the tone of the sounds, rather than just trying to figure out what's making the sounds. Notice how some sounds are coming and going, entering your realm, and then leaving your detection, fading away and you can't hear them. Whenever you notice you're no longer paying attention to the sounds, just gently acknowledge where your mind has gone, and just as best you can, Just bring your attention back to the sensations, the sounds. Now, whenever you're ready, letting go of awareness of sound and just paying attention to your thoughts and maybe coming to them as events in the mind. So just as with sound, and you focused your awareness on wherever the sounds arose and wherever they were, noticing them arising, develop and pass away. Now as best you can, bringing awareness to thoughts that arise in the mind in just the same way. Notice that when thoughts arise, focus awareness on them as they pass through the space of your mind, and just allowing them to eventually disappear. There's no need to make thoughts come and go. Just let them arise naturally, just in the same way that you were relating to sounds earlier. It may be helpful to picture your thoughts as written on leaves that are passing down a stream. So imagine you're sitting next to a slow-moving stream where water flows over rocks and leaves that have fallen from the trees are floating down the stream. So as a thought comes to mind, imagine that thought written on a leaf. Don't try and make the stream go faster or slower. Don't try and control what's showing up on the leaf. Just imagine the leaf appearing as written on a leaf, and just allow that leaf just to float down the stream. Don't try and control the rate of the stream. You might find that leaves come bobbing back to you with the same thought on them. That's okay too. And as you're doing this, if your mind's wandering again, or if the stream stops flowing, or you're finding yourself commentating too much on what you're doing, notice this is happening. Return to the stream and let those distractions be written on the leaf. Or let it appear and let it float down the stream. So we're going to bring this practice to an end now. Maybe a good way of doing this is tuning back into your hearing again. Letting those sounds just remind you where you sat. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And we'll be posting another film soon. Bye now.